Good morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this video. Welcome back to the Crypto Sherpa Show, where I cover the latest cryptocurrency news articles just to keep you informed on what's going on, hopefully keeping you afloat, not freaking out, because the title was, FUD hits the news, or FUD hits the markets. Either way, it's both, because Bitcoin dipped again. We had a nice little pump. It looked like it was a dead cat bounce, where it was like at 108, shot up to 111, and now we're back down to 108. So we are holding this, but I did say yesterday, just let's follow the charts day to day now, because again, we don't know. We're in uncharted territory right now. But yeah, so there was a lot of news. Like I was just FUD news like coming out there. It's like, is this the final nail in the coffin for Bitcoin? I think it was because some like Bitcoin will moved his Bitcoin into an ETF. So self-custody for an ETF, what? So that was some fun news. I have an article of some exchange, Cadena, like they're shutting down their support, so they didn't go through. And then, yeah, there was just so much FUD going on, but I was able still to scratch up or scavenge up some good news articles before I cover those FUD ones for you. But yeah, let's go through the news today, but let's start off with Twitter. Like, what's going on over there? So first up we have, let it load up. Man, I should have preloaded this before I came. But I think one of them was like school books are hitting like the Tampa University. So bear with me. Internet's kind of slow here in the Airbnb today. Probably because I'm still downloading Bitcoin Ben's video to get that uploaded. But just in Russia to legalize Bitcoin and crypto in foreign trade, global Bitcoin adoption is accelerating. So I know, I think Russia's been using cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin to settle like cross-border fees because of sanctions and everything. But I think this time it's now legalized. So woo, way to go, Russia. And also how I mentioned like Bitcoin is hitting the school book system right now too. Oh my gosh, I really hope I do not have to do this for every single tab I have up here for you guys. But yeah, someone posted, Bitcoin Teddy said, first Bitcoin course is being taught at the University of Tampa. Don't think it's a Bitcoin course, but they are selling the Bitcoin standard in the bookstore of the university, and it is priced at, what is that? $31.57 for a brand new copy. Come on, guys. You can just go over to Amazon to your students out there and get a hardcover copy, overnight delivery to you for 20 bucks. So come on, school system. But hey, that's still cool though, that Bitcoin is hitting the universities. You even got the Bitcoin Age by Adam Livingston right next to it. So Bitcoin is hitting the universities now. So yeah, but let's dive into the news. So what is going on? Like everyone's so like adamant about the 4-year cycle of Bitcoin. Like now we're really talking about it because it doesn't always happen. Like sure, the past four times or 3 times we had it, it's like this article just explains like how it's not enough data to prove it. So we are in uncharted territory right now. We cannot assume that like the cycle is over. We're going to hit a bear market. Times have changed. So let's go over this cycle and let's go over this article and understand the big misunderstanding from Plan B. So believing that Bitcoin and the crypto markets will strictly follow a 4-year bull cycle is misguided, says Plan B. The creator of the Bitcoin stock-to-flow model has started to question his own creation and the relevance of a 4-year market cycle. Now, bears think that $126,000 was the top, and BTC will fall below $100,000. And then 2026 will be a bear market mainly because of the 4-year cycle, he observed before adding, in my opinion, that is a big misunderstanding. So there have been 4-year cycles that revolve around Bitcoin halving, but the 3 cycles are not enough for a reliable pattern, he said. It also is absolutely not guaranteed, so that the top is again 18 months after the previous halving, which is now in October. So the Bitcoin halving, yeah, so people have been calling like this October the Bitcoin halving like the top of the bear market, but they've been saying it's for the top is 18 months after the halving. We just had it in 2020. Oh my gosh, has it been actually over 4 years? 2024. We had the elections. We're in 2025. Hold on, is my math correct? So April 2024, April 2025 is 1 year, and then April of would be the 2-year mark. So that's still less than 108. Are we in the 180th cycle? I cannot know. My math is totally wrong. But let me get back to the screen here. But let's continue on with this article, and let me zoom in on that so you guys can read along as well with me. So here, let me get back to my screen. Let's zoom on in. There we go. Now you guys can read along. So where were we? Let's see. There have been 4-year cycle, but the 3 source isn't a reliable pattern. Here we go. So this cycle is different. Or is it? The analysts then suggested that the cycle top could very well be in 2026 or 2027 or 2028, actually. I am much more interested in the average price level than the top or the bottom, he said. So what I do know is there has not been a fundamental Bitcoin phase transition yet in this cycle, he continued. Either the big jump has yet to come, or we have transitioned into a more stable price regime dominated by institutions, fund mandates, and rebalancing. Both scenarios are very bullish for Bitcoin. Now here is Plan B's tweet on X. So bears think that 126,000 was the top, and Bitcoin will fall below 100,000. And then 2026 will be a bear market, mainly because of the 4-year cycle. Now, in my opinion, that is a big misunderstanding. Yes, there is a 4-year halving cycle that doubles the S2F ratio, and 6 months before until 18 months after the halving was shown. And here he shows his rainbow chart, which is always fun to follow. But Plan B is not the only analysis who thinks the bull market has longer to run. Willie Wu observed that liquidity-driven, the cycle top of the last bull market came from the paper derivatives market, which is a short-term instrument. But this cycle is shaping up differently. Paper has already started dropping away, while longer-term spot liquidity is holding up for now. Now, when Bitcoin dropped below $104,000 last week, many feared a bear market had just begun, and we were wishing for the price to go up a bit more so that they could just exit at a decent level, said analyst Rect Capital. Now, they added that people feel differently about price now after the recovery, but that was just posted before today's slump. Now, Bitcoin's price did tank again like yesterday when I did the show. We were at $111,000, but now we're back down to 108. But Bitcoin has tanked more than 3% over the past few hours, crashing back to 107,700 during the Tuesday morning Asian trading session. It appears to have hit support around the critical $108,000 level, and the plunge had stopped there at the time of this writing. Now, what remains clear is that crypto markets are still very jittery and need some solid fundamentals to get that boost the analysis are looking for. So I guess a great way to start is let's put some books in our school system, right? Let's start teaching the younger generations because they're the ones who are going to be utilizing this technology and everything. So that boost, again, it's starting, and like how fast can it go? Who's to say? But like, hey, as long as we started, that's all I care about, because we are heading to a crypto and blockchain future out there. So yeah, so again, the 4-year cycle is a big misunderstanding. It's not always going to happen. We don't have enough data really to prove it. It does make sense though. The halving event occurs every 4 years and the supply goes in half. So we see bullish momentums from it, but it doesn't determine if we're going to have a drop in price. So let's just keep watching the charts day to day. I still feel that we have still yet to see the all-time high for Bitcoin in this crypto cycle that we're running a little late, or it's just doing what it's doing. So that's our first article for you. Now let's move on to our next article on, which one is this one? I think it's from Bitcoin Magazine. But yeah, it looks like there's a new documentary coming out this Halloween, and it is titled Unbanked, the documentary to premiere on Apple TV, Amazon Prime, Google TV, and on the anniversary of the Bitcoin white paper. So award-winning film explores Bitcoin's global impact. It wins Manhattan's Film Festival's Best Documentary and Harlem Film Festival Spotlight Award, now being considered for a 2026 Academy Award in featured doc category. So this might be a good movie to watch. I know I'm going to put it on my to-do list. Probably watch it November 1st though. Halloween's for spooky movie times. But the movie Unbanked is an award-winning featured-length Bitcoin documentary officially landing on Apple TV and Amazon Prime and on Google TV on October 31st. And that is the 17th anniversary of Satoshi Nakamoto's release of the famous Bitcoin white paper on Halloween Day, which basically is the code and the whole source of why Bitcoin is here. If you have not read the Bitcoin white paper and you're in crypto, that's something you're missing out on. You need to read it just to really get a grasp of this whole thing. But what's this film about? From the 2008 financial disaster across Satoshi Nakamoto, who released the Bitcoin protocol, then disappeared forever. And then since then, over $2.4 trillion has been poured into this decentralized digital alternative to the US dollar. Now, is Bitcoin a myth or a pathway to mass monetary self-determination? Now, featuring interviews with Jack Dorsey, Adam Back, Michael Saylor, Eric Voorhees, Ted Cruz, and Meltem Demirors, and footage from 4 continents, including Patagonia, Ghana, Nigeria, London, Portugal, and across the US. Unbanked explores how millions may find financial freedom by becoming their own bank and cutting out the middleman. It is directed by David Kuhn and Lauren Sickman, and this should be about an 85-minute long run. So yeah, if you got 85 minutes, which everyone usually does if they're just driving around, you don't really need to watch it, just listen to it. Now, this is an awards and early recognition right now. So Unbanked is already making waves on the festival circuit, winning Best Documentary at the Manhattan Film Festival and winning the Harlem International Film Festival Spotlight Award. Now, the film now enters the 2026 Academia Award, Academia, I said it right, season as a qualified contender for Best Documentary Feature, and the trailer is approaching 500,000 views in just 10 weeks. Now, renowned Bitcoin educator and host of Coin Stories podcast Natalie Brunell praises the film. She said, "This stunning film takes you across continents to meet people whose lives are being transformed by Bitcoin, from communities facing crushing inflation to individuals cut off from the traditional banking system. Unbanked captures real stories of hope, resilience, and financial freedom. It's visually breathtaking and emotionally powerful, and a reminder of why Bitcoin matters far beyond charts, headlines, uplifting stories, inspiring, unforgettable. And if you care about the future of money and human freedom, don't miss that." So that is from Natalie Brunelli. So she is praising this film. So she's seen it. She got early access. So I am definitely going to see it. Oh, look, we have a Jerome Powell in the show. Well. So funny. So, but thank you for being a part of the show. But yeah, so that's going to be a good movie. Comes out again next Friday, not this one, on Halloween night, which again is the birthday of the Bitcoin white paper. And again, we would not be here in this space if it wasn't for Satoshi Nakamoto releasing that. So let's continue on with the news. What else do I have for you? Let's see. Let me go back over there. Then I'll reshare the screen. Oh, yes. So this giant old school retailer is accepting crypto payments now, and they are using a third party. So it's not going to be a peer-to-peer direct with the business and the retailer, but it is using FlexiPay. And who is this company? It is Beals. Oh, it's still loading. But oldest American retailer Beals rolls out crypto payments in 660 plus stores. Now, this is America's oldest retailer. Beals now accepts crypto in 660 stores through Flexa, adding Bitcoin stablecoins and more as part of a digital strategy. So yeah, Flexa is one of those companies you can choose to accept Bitcoin or crypto payments for your business. And yeah, there's a lot of these companies, like they've been around for some time. They were here even in the last cycle when I was covering the news. So yeah, we have Flexa as an option for businesses to accept crypto payments. You have Square with their new business thing going on too. And there is so many options that's rolling out. So again, I always say we're going to see more and more stores start accepting crypto, and it's here. Here's the proof. Here's the news. So again, it's not all FUD news today, but I believe after this article, it becomes the FUD. But America retail chain Beals, one of the oldest retailers in the United States with more than 660 stores nationwide, has begun accepting cryptocurrency payments through Flexa. The integration allows shoppers to pay using digital assets from over 300 wallets across 12 blockchains, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, stablecoins, and selected memes. Now, the payment infrastructure is powered by Flexa Payments, a solution that enables crypto transactions to be processed seamlessly with an existing retail system. Now, both in physical stores and in mobile apps, the new feature extends to Beals, Beals Florida, and home-centric stores. Now, Flexa co-founder, where did that go? Now, Flexa integration shoppers pay using digital assets from over 300 wallets. Already cut us. Now, oh yeah, so here is a tweet from Flexa. Starting today, you can spend your USDC, Bitcoin, Ether, and more at any Beals Inc., Beals Florida, or shop-centric location, which instant digital asset payments across more locations than a dozen blockchains powered by Flexa. So you can, again, the payment infrastructure is powered by Flexa Payments, a solution that enables crypto transactions to be processed seamlessly within an existing retail system. Now, both in physical stores and mobile apps, the new feature extends to Beals, Beals Florida, and home-centric stores. Now, Flexa co-founder Trevor Filter praised Beal's move, calling it a historic moment for traditional retail and a sign of how fast the payment industry is evolving. Now, Chairman Matt Beal described the crypto rollout as part of a long-term modernization effort designed to prepare the company for the next 110 years of innovation. He said that digital currencies will reshape how the world transacts, and Beals is proud to be at the forefront of that transformation. Our partnership with Flexa is about more than payments. It's about preparing for the future of commerce and continuing to innovate for the next 110 years, said Matt Beal, Chairman and CEO of Beals Inc. Now, Flexa also emphasized that its system automatically updates supported assets and requires minimal technical integration, making it easier for retailers to expand crypto support over time. Now, other major retailers are moving toward crypto payments. Beal is joining a growing list of well-known companies exploring digital assets. Some notable developments include Starbucks and Burger King. That was back then where they tested it out. They tested Bitcoin-related reward or payment integrations. There was an Overstock, and Newegg allowed direct crypto payments for products. PayPal and Shopify now support crypto transactions through partner systems. And industry analysts believe more retailers will follow, driven by younger customers, cross-border shoppers, and lower transaction fees compared to the traditional card networks. So bravo Beals on starting to accept crypto payments. And again, guys, like it's starting. We had Steak and Shake, which was the first one. And then we had, Sheets, I forget about that gas station in North Carolina. They started accepting Bitcoin payments, and now we got Beal. So is this going to be a domino effect that's going to be business after business after business, slowly and surely just starting to accept it? So that was basically all of our bullish and good news for crypto and Bitcoin. So let's take a quick commercial break really fast, and then we'll be back for all the FUD news I have for you. So stay tuned. Let me get this ad going. And let's use this.
What if I told you a truck driver cracked the code to building a crypto empire? Meet Bitcoin Ben. He went from driving 18-wheelers to creating 6 different ways for regular people to stack Bitcoin and build wealth. This isn't just another crypto course. This is a complete ecosystem where you earn while you learn. First up, the confidential bulk purchase program. Get Bitcoin at wholesale prices through group buying power. Then there's Home to HODL. Convert your home equity directly into Bitcoin instead of cash. Need funding? The Loans for Bitcoin program gets you the capital to buy more crypto. Want passive income? Private Key Capital puts your Bitcoin to work. Hungry for something different? Bitcoin Ben's tokenized beef lets you invest in real cattle backed by blockchain technology. And if you want to mine? Bitcoin Ben's mining program gets you started with the right equipment and knowledge. But here's the kicker. Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club pays you to learn. Earn 10% on direct referrals, 5% on second level, 2% on third level. This might be the only membership where you make more than you pay. Ben went from 10 years behind the wheel to becoming the world's most unlikely crypto expert. Now he's sharing everything through live training, community events, and proven systems that work. Ready to stop watching from the sidelines? Join Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club today and start stacking sats while building your financial future. Your truck driving days are over. Your crypto empire starts now.
And we are back. All right, so let's start with the FUD news. What is going on? Well, it looks like Canada's British Columbia bans new Bitcoin and crypto mining operations. Oh no, what's going on, Canada? I guess one city in Canada is going for Bitcoin, while this one is trying to ban it. But hey, if anything, all those miners there are just going to move over to the next city that make it acceptable. So let's go through this article right now to see why is Canada doing this, or specifically British Columbia, Canada. So here we go. Let's go through this article. So Canada's British Columbia is set to put a permanent stop on new grid connections to operations related to mining of Bitcoin and other cryptos. Now, British Columbia is to ban new crypto mining's grid connections permanently. So according to a statement from the British Columbia's Ministry of Energy and Climate Solutions, the government is going to implement regulatory changes in fall 2025 related to which industries receive electricity from the Canadian province grid. Now, in particular, British Columbia will limit the power available for data centers and AI and permanently ban new Bitcoin hydro connections for mining farms related to Bitcoin and other digital assets. Now, BC Hydro is the region's main electricity distributor, with its name alluding to the fact that most of the power in the province is generated using hydroelectrical stations. Now, the ministry said that the legislation is to ensure electricity is available for sectors that produce jobs, generate public revenues, and have the greatest opportunity to decarbonize, including mining, upstream natural gas, LNG, and manufacturing. Now, new cryptocurrency mining connections have already been suspended in British Columbia since December of 2022 due to what the ministry described as the industry's disproportionate energy consumption and limited economic benefit. Initially, the suspension was to last only 18 months, but in 2024, the government extended that period to another 36 months. Now, the mining ban would have been lifted in December of 2025, but with the latest policy, the province is decided to make a permanent instead. For other industries with limits on power, BC Hydro will have projects compete in early 2026 for a 2-year period that allocates 300 megawatts for AI, 100 megawatts for data centers, and that amounts for hydrogen exports that will be set a later time, and a market condition warrant. Now, Canada's British Columbia isn't the only region where Bitcoin mining has faced pushback. Recently, the Southeast Asian nation of Laos is looking to end cryptocurrency mining by the end of Q1 of 2026, as reported by the Bitcoinist. Now, Laos, which is another hub of hydroelectric power, intends to similarly redirect power away from digital asset mining operations and towards industries that produce jobs and add value to the local economy. In the case of the Asian country, the sectors its government is considering prioritizing include AI, metal refining, and electric vehicles. Meanwhile, in Brazil, cryptocurrency mining companies are negotiating contracts with the local electricity providers to tap into the country's surplus of renewable energies, according to Reuters. Now, Tether, the issuer of USDT, the largest stablecoin in the world, earlier this year acquired a South American agriculture and renewable electricity producer to use its biomass-generated electricity to power a Bitcoin mining facility in Brazil. So we got some good news out there in South America. Now, the Bitcoin price has again seen a pullback again. So again, the FUD keeps showing as prices come back down to $108,600 now. So yeah, so British Columbia might put a ban to it, but again, they're just going to hurt themselves. If they do not see how Bitcoin is actually can value their city, then they're just doomed to just fall behind. And yep, that's just it. They're just doomed to fall behind other countries, other parts of the cities of their country. And yeah, so that's what's going over there. So that was, yeah, they're going to ban the Bitcoin mine. But again, it's not going to stop Bitcoin mining. It'll hop the companies there and they just move their mining rigs to the next city over because it's probably legalized there. So, So yeah, this is not really a fun news. It's more to scare the people who don't really know how this all works. Like, it's new stuff. If somebody doesn't know about Bitcoin and how crypto mining works, they see that, they go, haha, see, they're shutting down Bitcoin. It's like, no, they're not. Just those rigs in that location are just turning offline for a little bit. So FUD news that just hits the market, scares it, and then causes price to dip. But now let's talk about the next article that kind of did that, and that is the Kadena token crashes as the company behind the network says it is closing up shop. So let me share the screen with you. Oop, wrong one. Oop, there we go. Oh, there we go. Slow internet. So yeah, the Kadena organization is shutting down, and while the JP Morgan VETS blockchain will remain online, the KDA token is quickly plummeting. And is it? I pulled up the chart to showcase it. Yep, so, this is the all-time chart of it. Let's go for the last 7 days. I think that's where it's it. Oh, no, I'm pretty sure we didn't even see in the last day. So yeah, since this article just hit, it has plummeted from 20 cents all the way down to just under 7 cents. So that's pretty much like a 3x loss. So what was that, 300% down? It says negative 68%. Man, my math's off. But yeah, it hasn't really been doing much, though. It held steady for all its time, but other than its release date back in the last bull cycle, where it reached a peak of $22. But since then, it hasn't done any momentum. And with this news, I don't think it's going to make a comeback in this cycle if they're stopping. So let's continue reading on. Now, the company behind the Kadena blockchain announced on Tuesday that it is shutting down, and while the decentralized blockchain will remain online, the KDA token tied to it has quickly plummeted in price following the news. Now, the Kadena organization wrote on X that it is no longer able to continue business operations and will be ceasing all business activity and active maintenance of the Kadena blockchain immediately. Now, traders reacted swiftly to the news, with the price of KDA currently down more than 47% as seen of the of writing, and that's down more than 99% from the all-time high of $27.64. And I feel like that's still so much more than 100% of that. So yeah, and that price was set in 2021, according to data from CoinGecko. Now, Kadena's public announcement: we regret to announce that the Kadena organization is no longer able to continue business operations and will be ceasing all business activity and active maintenance of the Kadena blockchain immediately. They tweeted this out yesterday. We are tremendously grateful to everyone who did support us. Everybody who has participated in this journey with us. We regret that because of market conditions, we were unable to continue to promote and support the adoption of this unique decentralized offering. Now, it also added that the Kadena blockchain is not owned or operated by the company. As a thoroughly decentralized proof-of-work smart contract blockchain, the network is operated by independent miners. Now, while on-chain smart contracts and protocols are governed independently by their maintainers, and according to the statement, the developers will shortly provide a new binary that ensures uninterrupted operations with our involvement and will encourage all node operators to upgrade as soon as possible. Now, the network was founded by a pair of JP Morgan veterans, Stuart Popjoy and William Martino, who had helped develop the financial giant's first foray into the blockchain. The project's founders helped the bank work on other blockchains-related projects, but then left to develop their own independent project, with the Kadena mainnet going online in January 2020, using a proof-of-work consensus mechanism like major cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Litecoin. Kadena sold itself as a blockchain for businesses. The project's founders said in 2020 that it could be bigger than the oldest cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, and more trustworthy than Ethereum. When a company or person says like these two things, it's like I already lost hope, and it's like, you can't beat Bitcoin. There is no other best. But despite having a corporate headquarters in New York with employees, the Kadena team said the miners were scattered across the globe to give the project a real decentralized nature. Now, Kadena even debuted a $100 million grant program for Web3 developers to build projects on the blockchain back in 2022, joining other crypto projects like Solana and Ethereum. But the project seemingly failed to live up to the hype in its native coin, KDA, which had a much smaller 24-hour trading volume than major coins and tokens. Now, just a little over 48 million, according to CoinGecko. Bitcoin and Ethereum, by contract, have rolling daily volumes of $95.6 billion and $42.9 billion, respectively. So, big difference in trading volume there. Now, Decrypt reached out for Kadena to ask for more details, but did not immediately receive a response. So, I guess we're just going to have to wait to see what else is going to go on there. But yeah, so the blockchain is still going to be run on its own. It's decentralized by proof of work, so the miners will maintain it. And now just the tokens if this coin's going to survive, it's got to rely on the degens in the crypto space to actually utilize it. And again, what were they even doing? What was their purpose? Hold on. About Kadena. Let's see, what is it? Kadena is a proof-of-work blockchain, combines proof-of-work consensus, Bitcoin, direct extract principles, scalable through output, blockchain, can't pronounce scalable. Yeah, I don't even know what they do. So, and they just claim to be better, more trustworthy than Ethereum, better Bitcoin. Nah. So, yeah, we'll see though if this coin can survive. It's literally on its own now. It's like Bitcoin. So if it can be better than it, it's got to survive. But we'll see how this coin goes, and if more news comes out from the actual team, will definitely report on it. Now let's move on to our next article, which is Russia considers crypto and divorce settlements amidst rising adoption. So again, this really only relates to the cryptos on exchanges, the centralized one. If it's in self-custody wallets, that crypto is basically hidden. So how are they going to try to do it? Let's find out. Russian lawmakers propose recognizing cryptocurrency as a marital property in divorce settlements as the countries sees surge in the crypto transactions. Oh, so many pop-ups, and let's zoom in. So Russian lawmakers have introduced a proposal to include cryptocurrencies as part of a marital property in divorce settlements. This move comes as the country's experience is a significant increase in the cryptocurrency transactions, totaling $376.3 billion from July 2024 to June 2025, according to Crypto news. Now, the legislative proposal details that the draft federal law submitted by Igor Antropenko, a member of the State Duma Committee on Industries and Trade, seeks to amend Russia's family code. It proposes that digital currencies acquired during marriage be considered joint property, while those obtained prior or through gratuitous means remain individual property. So the proposal is currently under review by the Prime Minister, Mikhail Mishustin, and the Central Bank Chairwoman, Elvira Nabulina. Now, the legislation aims to address the risks posed by the unclear legal status of digital assets, which can infringe on property rights during divorce proceedings. Now, the explanatory note highlights the necessity for regulations to protect spouse rights, aligning with the Article 19 of the Russian Constitution. Now, the global contest with South Korean's precedent. So Russia's proposal follows South Korea's lead, which has recognized cryptocurrency as a marital property since October 2024. Now, in South Korea, both tangible and intangible assets, including cryptocurrencies, are subject to division under Article 839-2 of the Korean Civil Act. Now, this legal framework allows spouses to request asset division and fact-finding investigations if undisclosed. Now, crypto assets are suspected, leveraging blockchain transparency for the asset tracking. Now, Russia's crypto surge and regulatory environment. The proposal coincides with the broader surge in crypto's adoption in Russia, driven by institutional interest, DeFi expansion, and increased stablecoin use for cross-border transactions. Large-scale crypto transfers above $10 million grew by 86% during that period, far outpacing the rest of Europe. Despite the Western sanctions, the ruble-pegged stablecoin A785 has become the largest non-US dollar stablecoin by market cap, reaching $500 million. Meanwhile, Russia faces challenges from illegal crypto mining activities, which are estimated to cost millions annually in lost electricity and tax revenue. Approximately 140,000 Bitcoin and altcoin mining operations remain largely unregulated, with many avoiding commercial electricity rates to maximize profits, and recent arrests have highlighted the extent of these operations, including cases of bribery and electricity theft. Now, as Russia continues to navigate its regulatory landscape, the proposal legislation reflects an effort to integrate digital assets into legal frameworks, ensuring that the country keeps pace with the evolving global crypto environment. So Russia's trying to put some rules in with the divorce settlements, crypto, but again, they got to change more of their crypto rules before they even touch any of this stuff. So that is Russia's news and like what's going on there. Now, we do have just one more article for you guys, and it's about Cointelegraph scammers out there. So this article is just to help keep you aware of how to stay safe out there, because again, as long as you know what the scam looks like, you will not fall for it. So for those of you watching right now, stuck till the end, this is how you can spot fake actors online, because again, there are always going to be fake people trying to message you, befriend you, build your trust, and then eventually try to lead you to some crypto scam. So do not fall for them, but let's see what these Cointelegraph impersonators are doing. So here, let me go over there. But fake social media accounts and the rise of Cointelegraph impersonators is explained. So fake Cointelegraph accounts are scamming crypto users. Learn how to spot the imposters, verify identities, and stay protected in 2025. So if you are a Tier 1 crypto media sales representative in 2025, chances are you have an impersonator. Now, these are often fake Telegram, X, or LinkedIn accounts offering Tier 1 PR to unsuspecting businesses, only to share a personal USDT wallet address when it's time to pay. Now, Cointelegraph has seen plenty of such cases. In October 2025 alone, a Telegram profile styled as Tobias Wilkinson Cointelegraph messaged BNB Chain to set up a time to chat and feature BNB Chain in Cointelegraph articles. Linking to an X account under the same name with more than 6,000 followers, it's a textbook imposter play, borrowing a newsroom credibility, promising coverage, and moving targets into a private direct message where the scam continues on. And here's what it looked like in Telegram. So Tobias Wilkinson from Cointelegraph. And I always look at these dates too. I just never respond to anybody in these messages. If I don't know you, I'm not responding. I'm deleting and blocking you. But phone numbers from Canada, registered in March 2024, been around a year, groups 1. Usually it'll say like brand new or just started, but it goes like, hey, Anda, I'm following up from X Chain, told me to reach out in order to set up a time to chat and feature BNB Chain and Cointelegraph. And the person replied, hey, Tobias, great to connect. Yes, you did. Share this. Someone with CT will be reaching out. What king of an article you're planning to publish? Any specific topics, interests? So like it got taken offline. So this person just shouldn't have even initiated the conversation at all. They just blocked him right then and there. Now, other Cointelegraph journalists, including Irhan Karam, Turner Wright, and Amin Haqqanis, have also reported scammers using their names and photos this year. So it's not just Cointelegraph impersonators that are everywhere in 2025. Impersonation has become one of crypto's most common social engineering tactic this year, used to steal data, drain wallets, and blur the line between trusted media and outright fraud. Now, here are a few examples. So in August 2025, there was a fake CoinMarketCap journalist. Several crypto projects received interview requests from an email address such as teamscoinmarketcap.com and matching X accounts posing as former CoinMarketCap reporters. Now, once the meeting began, the imposter asked participants to adjust the Zoom settings and approve a remote control request, instantly granting the scammers access to their device. CoinMarketCap later confirmed the outreach was fake and issued a public warning. So yeah, so these are like those Zoom attacks that happen that we hear about. If anybody asks you to change your Zoom settings, like unless it's the audio feature or the camera, those are the only two things that need to be adjusted if you're in a meeting. So if they're trying to steer you away and like go, oh, click on this, click on that, read what those things are clicking on. Because again, you should only be seeing audio. Oh, I want to connect to my lavalier microphone. Camera, I want to choose my webcam. It's labeled there, so don't just randomly click. Read what's on there and do not click on them or give any remote access, because that's how they can access your computer and then they can start doing whatever they need to steal your cryptos, get in your accounts. So like, no. So yeah, so that was a fake journalist who used the Zoom hack attack. Now in September of 2025, the Empire podcast trap. Scammers cloned the branding of the popular Empire podcast and invited influencers to record interviews through fake StreamYard and Huddle links. The download silently installed almost stealer malware on Mac OS, siphoning browser cookies and crypto wallet data. So this would be like someone got you to download a malicious code, and if it was like, see, I have like MetaMask, Eternal, Unisat wallet, like these are all wallets in my web browser. So this malware would siphon cookies and the crypto wallet data from the site itself. So that was another thing. Just be careful for what you download. And then also in April 2025, Hong Kong's deepfake officials, a realistic AI-generated video of Hong Kong Chief Executive John Lee Ka-chiu circulated online promoting an official investment plan. Authorities quickly debunked it and traced the scheme to a Telegram group tied to overseas scammers. Just weeks earlier, similar deepfakes featuring the city's financial secretary promoted a fake national Hong Kong coin. And in March 2025, Binance support team text scam. Over 100 Australians received SMS messages claiming their Binance account had been compromised. Victims were told to move funds to secure wallets for protection, which of course belongs to attackers. The big one going on right now is the Coinbase. Like people who even don't have Coinbase accounts are getting text messages. Oh, this transaction was you. Is this you? So be cautious of text messaging. Like no one's going to reach out to you. In the summer 2025, fake regulators on the rise. The UK's Financial Conduct Authority received nearly 5,000 reports in the first half of 2025 from individuals contacted by imposters posing as FCA staff. The scripts often began with lines like, "We've recovered your crypto funds," and ended with requests for personal information or wallet access. Across these cases, the pattern is the same: a familiar identity, a quick pivot to the private channel, and a request that breaks normal process, whether it's downloaded, a wallet transfer, or a verification. Now, its social engineering was dressed in crypto branding, and it works because it looks legitimate at first glance. Now, that's exactly why clear verification steps, checking author pages, domains, official contract links matter more than ever. So pay attention to the URLs up there. Make sure it's the correct link. Now, why is impersonation rising now? Well, two big shifts made impersonation explode in 2025. First, X has overhauled its trusted verification system, replacing it with various monetized tiers for access to premier perks. The blue check no longer signals authenticity. It simply indicates that the user pays for X premium. The O notable and verified badges are gone, and while ID verification exists, it's optional and inconsistently enforced. Now, the result is a messy landscape where cloned accounts can appear just as legitimate as the real ones. Some scammers even purchase premium to make their fakes seem even more credible. And the second impersonation scams are booming across industries, not just in crypto. The US Federal Trade Commission, the FTC, recorded $12.5 billion in consumer fraud losses last year, the highest on record, with impersonation cases among older adults rising more than fourfold. Now, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the Internal Crime Complaint Center report lists phishing and report spoofing among the top complaint categories. It has become one of the most profitable forms of online crime in the crypto sector, where everything happens in public and everyone is reachable through DMS or through DMs, and they remain the prime target. So direct messages straight to either your Telegram, WhatsApp, Facebook messaging, that's where it's all at. Now, it's not just random scammers. Even regulators have been impersonated. In January 2024, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission's official X account was hijacked in a SIM swap attack and briefly announced a fake Bitcoin exchange-traded fund approval, moving markets before the post was corrected. Now, if an entire government agency can be cloned or compromised, imagine how easy it is to fake a single journalist. Now, again, the imposter playbook is always simple. Here's how these scams typically unfold based on first-hand reports and platform data from this year. Let's feature you. Can we move to Telegram? It often starts with polite DMs from a familiar name on X, followed by a request to continue a conversation on Telegram. The clone handle there looks almost identical to the real one. They ask for fees or expedited coverage, a classic tell that Cointelegraph sponsored content is clearly labeled and managed in a separate commercial team. They send a quick Zoom or verification link, phishing emails out there, look-alike handles. They use pressure and secrecy. You'll see links to keep it confidential, or we need this done in an hour, so they stress urgency. But if any of this shows up in your inbox or DMs, just stop before responding. The next section walks you through a 1-minute verification routine that saves you and your project. So yeah, verify Cointelegraph in seconds. Start at the source, the author page. If someone claims to be a Cointelegraph writer, check both authors and management team. Check the email domains and contact channels. Real Cointelegraph emails come from @cointelegraph.com, so that's how you can check that. Sanity check, the X handle. Watch for subtle misspellings, recent creation dates, and thin post history. So yeah, look at that. So you're looking at their followers. When did this account get created? So it's like, it could have been like just created that same day. Could be like 0 followers compared to the original one. And then watch for Telegram pivots. Many imposters will try to move you to Telegram using near identical handles. It's either Telegram or even WhatsApp. Those are the 2 main ones scammers will use. And then when in doubt, just route through the official site. Don't continue in the DMs. Use contact addresses listed on the Cointelegraph website for the right team, and they can confirm whether the outreach is real or not. And again, the 5 quick ways to spot a fake account. The handle looks almost right, but not quite. The profile history doesn't make sense. They try to move the chat off the platform quickly. They mention money or expedite coverage, and the email or link feels just off. And Cointelegraph's commitment to the readers, saying that like they will never reach out to you, tell you to sign up for anything and all that stuff. So again, with the industry crowd with imposters, these small verification steps help keep communications transparent, credible, and just safe out there. So again, check everything, guys. Don't click on links, emails that come to you. Just delete them. Don't even bother even messaging the people back. Verify correct URLs, verify the email name, and all that stuff. But that is it, guys. So yeah, that was all the FUD news. Scammers online. Russia's trying to get crypto and divorce settlements. British Columbia and Canada's banning miners. So yeah, we are definitely in the fear territory. But Bitcoin's holding the 108,000. This is like its support level right now. It's like it tries to go above it, and then it just always falls back down here. Ethereum is under 4,000 again. We're at 3,800. XRP is at $2.39. And let's see, Dogecoin's at 19. Yeah, so what's Dogecoin going to do this cycle? I don't know. Let's wait and find out. But that's it for the news, guys. I hope everyone is having an awesome, is it Wednesday now? I think it is. So I hope everyone has an awesome Wednesday. And yeah, so I will be back tomorrow, probably same time, either 8:30 or 8:45. I'm on a new schedule since I'm out here in Las Vegas visiting our club out here. So if you guys need any help, I will be at that location until Friday. So schedule an appointment, give us a call, or become a member. Go to bitcoinben.io or give us a call at this number right here and we'll get you some more information. So 941-413-8080. So everyone have an awesome day and I will see you tomorrow.
What if I told you a truck driver cracked the code to building a crypto empire? Meet Bitcoin Ben. He went from driving 18-wheelers to creating 6 different ways for regular people to stack Bitcoin and build wealth. This isn't just another crypto course. This is a complete ecosystem where you earn while you learn. First up, the confidential bulk purchase program. Get Bitcoin at wholesale prices through group buying power. Then there's Home to HODL. Convert your home equity directly into Bitcoin instead of cash. Need funding? The Loans for Bitcoin program gets you the capital to buy more crypto. Want passive income? Private Key Capital puts your Bitcoin to work. Hungry for something different? Bitcoin Ben's tokenized beef lets you invest in real cattle backed by blockchain technology. And if you want to mine, Bitcoin Ben's mining program gets you started with the right equipment and knowledge. But here's the kicker. Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club pays you to learn. Earn 10% on direct referrals, 5% on second level, 2% on third level. This might be the only membership where you make more than you pay. Ben went from 10 years behind the wheel to becoming the world's most unlikely crypto expert. Now he's sharing everything through live training, community events, and proven systems that work. Ready to stop watching from the sidelines? Join Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club today and start stacking sats while building your financial future. Your truck driving days are over. Your crypto empire starts now.